Ladies and gentlemen, I am your Planetary Defense Commander, Star-Lord, New Thor 7, the T, and we're getting hit in the brain with solar energy. That's right, bing bang pow, there is Aurora happening as above and so below on the planet right now. Subaraural Aurora happening right now. Can you feel the energy? And I'm acting weird and feeling weird because when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people kind of lose their minds. And technically, it feels like people have been losing their minds for a couple of years now. So if you add all the things on top of it exponentially, then here we are. How are you feeling this evening? I'm hanging in there, like the kitty in the hang in there tree. Because for me, over the next 123 hours, the Mercury and the Jupiter are going to be slowing down in their retrograde motion and then going direct on the 17th. And as a Sagittarius, the last few days and hours of Jupiter retrograde always hit me hard. Yep, so this video is just letting you know we are getting hit with the solar storm. The energy is kind of intense. All the gas giants and most of the planets are still on the same side of the sun. And things seem to have been earthquakey, volcano-y, and fighting discordy all the time-y amongst the people. So yeah, be cool and stay cool, and magic lights in the sky always make me think of God, the divine architect. Although life is strange, and I don't have answers to all the questions I've asked in my lifetime. And we definitely live in a weird timeline, for sure, absolutely, without a doubt. Sophia, the first android with citizenship, now wants to have a robot baby. And I wanted to have, a human wife and children my whole life. But we'll see how that goes. And we're coming up on America's Plutonian New Year. Pluto has an orbit of 248 years. And so, like Rome, depending on how you gauge Rome, made it through 2 to 4 Plutonian years, and America is about to make it through its first on February 20th, 2022. And so I will be doing Rome research during that time, and I have been doing a little. And so it's weird how back then they had Colosseum energy, and these days we have Colosseum energy. I stopped watching sports the day I started my YouTube channel, seriously. So but it has been weird to watch from the outside, though I played football for like 15 years in real life. Sports ball, man. But yeah, but there were Coliseums back then, and there are Coliseums now. Los Angeles, we're getting a report that it's windy, as funky, and you're getting a bunch of dust rolling around the West Coast. Things have been earthquakey a lot lately, and volcano-y. You got volcanoes and earthquakes in Hawaii. It's 6s there and in Alaska over the last 48, 72 hours. So yeah, dude, it's like a crazy, crazy world we live in, where it's like every story ever told is scrunched into one, minus the comedy and the romance and the hopeful people, asterisk, question mark, shit. Happy birthday to Saturday Night Live, which premiered 46 years ago, and I'm pretty sure I was crawling around the floor watching it when it first came on. And I've liked it ever since, and I'll probably like it till I die. But Slater is saving us by the bell with this view from his back deck. Interesting, beautiful. They need to put 16 GoPros all around the planet really high up in the Lagrange point too, so we can watch the auroras all time, at 10 frames a second or something. Willard Sharp, 15 millimeters of green beauty. Hopefully we'll see some other colors soon. Yep. Beautiful. If you combine the state fair with Brandon Hewick's picture, you get Aurora Borealis funnel cake. Incredible show tonight. Hashtag Brooks. What about done, man? Yeah, I don't know. I'm never really scared of major solar storms unless they're like X-Class 37 right in the face, and then we may have major issues. But if the sun knocks out our power grid, we probably deserved it, because we've been making a lot of bad choices over the last few years. Seems like. North of Linden, checking in with an Aurora sighting. Aurora is out near the BC border north of Linden. I'd like to visit Canada someday. Go eat some poutine and talk to Canadian women. Just asking questions about life and stuff. Yeah, we're on Super Astrophi Club Red Alert pretty much through October, but definitely through the 24th. Dakota Smith, fantastic satellite visual of the storm system pushing across the U.S. this week. Spunky electric swirl season here. Okie dokie. Los Padres NF, the view of the Alyssal fire from the Reagan Ranch, courtesy of Fleming Berlstein. I think this is in California. Yeah, Santa Barbara County. Santa Barbara is a beautiful place. And someone had said it usually feels like the world is ending the last week that Jupiter is retrograde. And it doesn't feel like the world is ending. It just feels like the world has major anger and communication issues, miscommunication issues. Pamela's about to cause major problems for Mexico and then Texas. And remember the remnants of the hurricane that hit Louisiana? And then kind of surprised New Jersey. I think Texas needs to be on the watch for the remnants of this. And I definitely think Mexico needs to be on the watch for this storm. Hey, did you go out tonight and look at Jupiter, Saturn, the moon, and Venus all in a line across from each other? It was pretty amazing. Mark Torello, Northern Lights, seen from Minnesota. So yeah, people in the north getting lucky tonight with seeing the auroral lights. You can come a knocking when the aurora is rocking, because that usually means people are outside. Dakota, it is Astrocota. Some good shots of the green lights. Tonight, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox are the hottest new power couple. So says British GQ. But like Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson, man, they're still the number one, I would guess, as far as power couples go. I don't know. Last 2 years have been mainly about power divorces as opposed to power couples, I would say. But yeah, assume geomagnetic conditions or positions or whatever you do, man or ma'am. And it's good to see the sun waking up. But technically, man, nobody really understands the sun that well. The people who are like, I super understand the sun. I am suspicious of you. Because there's so much we don't know about our own star, let alone the moon, the planets in our solar system, and the other stars in the star field. Yeah, the sun is waking up. We've definitely seen over the last 11 months activity starting to pick up, really since last Christmas. That was when I knew that the sun was going to have a strong solar cycle 25, which it definitely has been. And that is good news. How strong can she get? I don't know. I'm going to stay optimistic, because that is what I usually do. I stay optimistic, and then it works out somehow magically. Yeah, life is weird. Being your planetary defense commander for the last 7.5 years has been weird. I keep trying to look back, like, how did I take the road to get here? And then, who would have thought it would be so hard to get people to stay cool and play defense? You know what I'm saying? We've definitely had a lot of challenges over the last whatever. See, words fail me. Me no thinky well. Are you even still here listening to me? Well, just in case you are, I better say some cool shit in a very sciencey way. Okay. But I mean, with the sun, a lot of times, you and I can sit in silence like good friends and just watch. There's so much we don't know, man. The sun is like a magical creature being, and it's there for us every single day. But yeah, if I die today, I go to heaven as a Norse Christian Jedi. Or I get to the gate and judged or whatever. Who knows? We'll find out when that happens. I had to think about death way too much this year. But yeah, Mercury and Jupiter are coming out of retrograde in the ass end of a Pluto-Eris pandemic digital gold mine misinformation war zone. So shields up, yo. And the fact that our whole country just argued nonstop with each other for like the year and 7 or 8 months that we've been dealing with this damn pandemic. I tell you again, the last 12 weeks in Texas have been horrible and brutal if you had empathy. We had a lot of people die in a short amount of time. A lot of people just get sick that are now going to have to deal with long COVID. That's all I have to say about that right now. So yeah, we got to figure out who we are as America after the 248 years in the Plutonian year. What kind of heart do we have? What type of people are we going forward? And I'm going to keep the faith, because Americans always do the right things after they've exhausted all other options. And as a Norse Christian Jedi, yeah, my heart is with the indigenous people that were here before this American capitalism outpost got set up. But there's still a lot of good people here, man. So yeah, I'll be here, your beacon of optimism. Although, you know, it probably won't get awesome until the spring, and it'll be a bumpy ride. Space Weather Watch, wow, way down below Seattle. Pretty colors, divine architecture, God is great. But things are crazy and dangerous. Chinese authorities confirmed that 13 people have died after a bus plunged into a river amid heavy flooding that caused 15 other fatalities. And I don't want to make light of jokes, but yeah, you can't really trust Chinese data as far as fatalities, I don't think. But we do know that like 2 million Chinese people have been displaced due to the floods, and that's a lot of people, bro. And as your planetary defense commander, I'm a bit frustrated because, like, I don't know how we can move into any type of a future together if Russia, China, and USA are going to be in a Cold War or a hot war, or just not liking each other, not working together. Like, it don't make no sense to me. Like, holy crap. Like, we need the leaders of the major superpowers to at least agree to work towards peaceful goals. Because everybody's super nuked up and has all these weapons of mass destruction, minor destruction, medium destruction. Like, now's the time for world peace and Team Earth, man. But life and modern civilization are a roller coaster cliffhanger where every day has everything hanging in the balance. And it was Dave Chappelle had made a joke. He was like, man, isn't it so crazy that they came out with UFO disclosure and like nobody even cared? I was like, yeah, Dave, that is crazy. Maybe the snow will cool everybody down, but you're going to have to drive better. All right. I'm wrapping this sloppy video up. Deborah Merotel with Andre por Halator Media. Andre, Iceland, Aurora. I love y'all. Everybody's great. Losing my mind. Probably will be for another 120 hours. Maybe you'll bear with me. Maybe not. The future will be filled with surprises. Stay cool. God bless everyone.